Hi, this is Jason Fielder with the Daily Forex Report for August 28th. Taking a look at the Japanese yen, US dollar Japanese yen pair, I'm expecting the range to be between 110 and on the lower side 108.50. Pretty much looking for support at this level and some resistance at this level. Now, if you notice, I've already drawn some lines on the chart. It's just some trend lines. Kind of interesting here. If you get a break above this point, basically 109.72, we could see it run up to this point, which is right around the 110 level. So you could see, definitely want to keep on this level, possibly even here for running into some resistance, but a break above that could get you a quick few pips, around 30 pips or so, if we get a break, basically of yesterday's session's high as well as this trend line here that's been created, and it would most likely move up to the next trend line at that point. So it's definitely something to keep your eye on. Now, looking over at the Euro USD pair. This pair is moving sideways for the most part, and it did close down today. I would say the bias is definitely to the downside, but it's moving sideways right now. Well, I'm looking for this next session to be between 1.4844 and on the lower end 146.30. And looking for resistance and support pretty much at those same levels. Now, switching gears over to the pound, we have the pound moving lower. This pair closed lower, the bias is to the downside. I anticipate this next session being between 184.33 and on the lower side 181.91. Now, as far as support and resistance goes, looking for some resistance to come in a little bit below this level at 1.8400. And as far as support goes, looking for some support a little bit above our range at 1.8200. Looking at the Swiss, the US Swiss, this pair is definitely just moving sideways. I'm looking for this next session to be between 110.47 and on the lower end 108.53. And as far as support, should see support come in a little bit above this at 1.0918, and as far as resistance, looking pretty much at the same level as our range, the higher end of our range. This pair is definitely just moving sideways, so keep an eye on it for a breakout to occur. Now, switching back over to the US Japanese yen pair, one other thing about this is we had an inside day as well. So if we get a break to the upside, I think with what we have lined out here, that we'll get that 30 pip move. So we have had the US GDP came out today. It was better than expected at 3.1%, which helped hold the dollar up, along with lower oil prices. That helped the dollar as well today. Now, the Japanese yen has the CPI and their retail trade report being released at 7:30 p.m. That's today, though, later today. And the CPI should be up year to date by 0.2%, and the retail trade for July has increased according to the consensus. Now, moving forward to tomorrow morning, we have the Canadian GDP for June being released at 8:30 a.m. It appears that there's an increase of about 0.2% from negative 0.1%. So it looks like it could be a really good increase. Good news for the Canadian dollar. Now, the U.S. has their personal consumption expenditures report for July being released at 8:30. The consensus is that it's increased to 4.4% from 4.1%. I typically don't trade this news announcement, but if it comes out much better than expected, as we've seen in the past couple of days, it can definitely move the market a lot quicker and a lot further than what one would expect. So this is Jason Fielder. Until next time, good trading.